the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name, KR Stolfus, and on track is none other than the best Superspeedway racing action that anyone could ask for within the next 5 seconds, and his OP Racing Premier Series as they are at the International, or iRacing Superspeedway. Logan Helton in the 63 out on track. Last week's race winner. Do want to spit that out as soon as I can. That 63 picked up the win last week. Even though that was not broadcasted, he still got it done. Green flag is out on his qualifying session. That 63 on the throttle. We'll see how he does. Maybe he'll pick up a win here this week and he'll make it 3 races out of 5 that he has won. He's our only repeat winner so far this season. So Logan Helton getting into qualifying right away. Several other cars getting out onto the track. That is Daniel Holloway in the 21. Gabe Butler in the 88 to the top of the board. Gabe Butler with a 48.11. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, part of the streaming crowd that we have out here tonight. We'll cover some of that stuff a little bit later as to who all is streaming. But Mixmaster PJ over on Twitch, you can check out that stream if you've had enough of this one. So Gabe Butler holding on to the top spot. Quite the field we have here tonight. Alex Green in the 3, making his way around the speedway. Alex Green, part of ARC Racing. Josh Medlock chiming in. How you doing, Josh? Thank you very much for coming over and saying hello. Sebastian Marin in the 23, getting up to speed. He heads down the backstretch. Alex Green, who we just watched qualifying, also chiming in on YouTube chat. And Alan Fritsch. Alan? How you doing, Alan? Zach? I'm going to tell you right now, Zach ain't got it. He ain't got it tonight. Nope. Old Fritchie ain't going to get it done tonight. I think it's going to be someone else. Fight me. Actually, I am trying to pick a fight with you because he's qualifying, and I can. All right, so the 53 of Dave Hunt takes the green flag for his qualifying effort. We have 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to get it done. Dave Hunt out of North Lake, Texas. I'll tell you, there's a lot of towns in Texas. And I have not visited North Lake. In fact, I've been to a couple places in Texas, but honestly, I don't know where North Lake is, so I'm going to look that up while he rides around to try and put in his qualifying effort. Les Levy in that Levy Design 62 is on his qualifying time as Dave Hunt posts a time good enough for 24th. Sebastian Marin does put it on pole in that 23 with a 48.07. The 33 of Jeff Crosby getting up to speed. You know what? I have driven by North Lake many a times. Take 35 south to get to Fort Worth into Dallas. There we go. I have driven by it. I've never stopped in North Lake, Texas. Next time I head that way, I absolutely will hit up Dave Hunt. See what's going on over there. But Crosby in the 33. Getting his race car up to speed. As he comes off of turn number 4, he is going to get the green flag. So 2 is the 95 of Jim Mayer. Mr. Medlock rooting for Zach. He's going to cheer for Zach Workman since he didn't specify. I'm going to go ahead and claim it's Zach Workman. And you can't change my mind, Josh. I chose violence today. Al Smith will be here sooner or later. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Maybe he will temper PR's violent tendencies here tonight. So Crosby and Mayer, only 2 cars out on the Speedway qualifying as we are getting down to the final 3 minutes, and I do believe they would be the only 2 to post a time here in the closing stages of this qualifying session. Crosby up in the 9th place, and Mayer in 25th. 27 drivers posting a qualifying time. As the track goes quiet, I am trying to stir the pot just a little bit, but just know I am glad you guys are here. Glad that you have your favorite driver. Yeah, I might poke at him a little bit, but I'll tell you what, we are going to see some spectacular racing here tonight. Sebastian Marin getting in some extra practice as he pulls it down onto pit road. And that is going to be a key point here tonight. Hitting pit lane. So with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and step away for tonight's national anthem. We'll be back with your official starting lineup right after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous us fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining me, as usual, here on a Monday night, minus last week. We won't talk about that. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me as OP Racing Premier Series brings you the Shady Track 250-ish as we get ready to fire off tonight's starting lineup. Let's get right into it. On the inside of row number 1 with a time of 48.074. That is none other than the 23 of Sebastian Barron. On the outside of row number 1 in the 19, the driver that Josh Medlock is rooting for here tonight is the 19 of Zach Workman. Row number 2, the 88 of Gabe Butler from Meteor Racing. On the inside to the outside is none other than the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Row 3 will be the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 7 of Josh Milam. Row number 4 going to be Cody Nagels in the 6 and the 63 of Logan Helton. Row number 5. I have my shoes on, so I can't count. Jeff Crosby in the 33 and Tyler Miller in the 24. Row number 6 will be BK Anderson and Peter DeBorgia. We move on now to row number 7. That will be the 52 of Randall Cobb and the 51 of Travis Elliott. Row number 8 will be the 04 of Mark Mann, and to his outside, that is the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Sean McCara and Les Levy from row 9. Row 10, Eric Norrie and Richard Kuhn. Row number 11, Alex Green in the 3. On his outside, that is the 2 of J.D. Crow. David Booth and Dustin Barber for row number 12. Row 13, Jim Mayer in the 95, Vicente Guerrero in the 14. On the outside, row number 14 will be the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 4 of Rick Seabrand. Now we get into the drivers who did not qualify. The 44 of Anthony English, the 1 of Chase Perry. John Stevens in the 27 on the inside of row 16 with Cody Ober in the 8. David Overstreet in the 46. Jeremy Funk in the 97. Andy Brigante, Nate Warren for row number 18. And our final row here tonight, Jimmy Reynolds and Dan Harrington. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out, and we are underway for the Shady Track 250-ish at the iRacing Superspeedway. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this one is going to be a wild one from start to finish. Into turn number 1, Zach Workman takes the early race lead. 23 of Sebastian Marin in his basketball pink ski. Kind of reminds me of basketball. Maybe a little bit of orange. I mean, it's more red than orange. But it's whatever. The 23 still is fast. You got to deal with the foil man. That is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, as he's got that Reynolds wrap up to speed. Coming to the line. Who is going to lead the first lap of this race? Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Get it done. The 26 and the 19 racing side by side down the backstretch. Plenty of room being given between these two lanes right now. 26. It's a good entry, and man, does it look like those cars have to change direction very quickly. And you see how they get a little bit upset coming up off the corner and into the corner. Keep that in mind. Another playing factor all night long. The 7 of Josh Milam and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds drop down to the inside. Here comes the 63 of Logan Helton. He is now leading the outside lane. I want to give a shout out to Miss Michelle Anderson and of course to Miss Mara Clark. And we have Adrienne Ward. I swear, Mrs. Warren, I'm doing my best on your name. David Overstreet in the 46th. Last time around, turned the fastest lap of the race at a 44.60. Chase Berry in the 1, going to beat him by 1/1000th of a second. So new fast lap at 44.59. Let's go on board with the fastest car in the race so far. Chase Berry is mired deep in the field, finding himself in 24th spot. We're going to go to the high side here and try and make it 3 wide. Just ahead of him, that is the 46 of David Overstreet. Now that things have settled down just a little bit, let's go ahead and go over tonight's race info. As I had mentioned, Logan Helton did pick up the win last week. He was our first repeat winner of the season. Can he make it 2 in a row? Can he make it 3 out of 5? Find out. Pit entry here is very expensive because that is where you will lose a lot of time, and not because you're doing. Sometimes it's because of someone else is doing. And be very careful getting on the pit road here at iRacing Superspeedway. Our stages here tonight are lap 25 and lap 50. They do have 2 fast repairs at this track. It is the only track where we use 2 fast repairs. Take a look at some of our cars in the field here tonight as a new fast lap gets turned by Andy Brigante, a 44.44. flat out time. Let's go on aboard with Nate Warren. Nate Warren, one of our drivers from Checkered Flag Motorsports. His teammates are David Overstreet, Les Ruby, Jared Ford, and David Booth. Nate Warren right now finding himself all the way down into 35th spot. Qualified in 36, so so far on this race here tonight, he's in the positive. It's starting to get single file except for a few cars up on the high side. There's the front of the field. Well, we're really fanning out right here. The 6 of Dustin Barber and the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Out as they went into turn number 1, Nate Warren able to work his way right on by those two. Now we move our way towards the front of the field. We'll check in on DK Anderson in the turn 2. Anderson from Limitless. Limitless part of Shady, Cody Nagels, Vicente Guerrero, and DK Anderson. This is, for the most part, 3 out of 4 drivers are rookies on this team. So JD Crow has picked up that the weight of the team, so to speak. He's doing all he can to show these guys how to get around very quickly at OP. And I gotta tell you, they are fast studies. Cody Nagels, DK Anderson. Right now, inside the top 10 for Limitless. Randall Cobb in the 52, out in front. It's early, but we're going to do it anyways. The Marks have gone wild, because Randall Cobb is out in front in the 52. But Wild Racing made up of Bob Black Rivera, Sean Stevens, Anthony English, Randall Cobb, and Dave Hunt. In the 52 out in front. Dave Hunt in the 53 leading the outside lane. And he's got a full head of steam as we work lap number 11 of 84. Drivers starting to think about pit road and how they're going to hit their entry on the pit lane. So far, one car has gone a lap down. This is a race winner so far this season. That is the one of Chase Berry. Not sure what has happened to Chase Berry that put him onto pit road. They did pit all by himself. Jeremy Funk working with the 1. Berry is 1 lap down. Funk is the last car on the lead lap. 38 cars in this race here tonight. The Randall Cobb out in front, leading the 51 of Travis Elliott and Tyler Miller in the 24. Right behind him, Travis Elliott and Tyler Miller. Well, those two guys, they're from Flat Out Motorsports. They're joined by Zach Critch, Jeff Crosby, and Sean McCara as we are going to get some green flag pit stops here. Contact Tyler Miller with Randall Cobb, and Miller's going to get turned. Sebastian Marin gets a part of it. Josh Milam, the 51 of Travis Elliott, gets through. Cody Nagels in the 6. Sorry, the 06 stayed out along with the 21 of Daniel Holloway. So a good call by them. Not come down pit road as there was some calamity going on hitting pit road, and I called it before they hit pit lane. You've got to have it together when you come onto pit road. Dave Hunt in the 53 making his way on the pit lane. Cody Over and Andy Regante making some contact. On board with Daniel Holloway from Alliance Motorsports. Holloway has his teammates Mark Mann, Rick Seaman, Logan Helton, and Jim Bayer. This is a stout team for sure. Hall of Famers in this league, or in this team. Oh my goodness, look out, BK Anderson, caution flag coming out. Peter DeBorgia around the 14 collects the 19, and Daniel Holloway able to get through it all, but BK Anderson better be glad that this is cartoon racing, because that would have been a very, very bad impact, and that car is destroyed already for the 32. The yellow flag comes out. Gonna try and get this keyed up here. The 32 not able to continue. He is going to have to take the flatbed back to his pit stall. Alright, we might have gone back just a touch too far. Sometimes this stuff is easy, sometimes it is hard. Right now, it has gotten difficult. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Nope, too much. Too far. Wow, I am really messing all of this up. We're getting closer. There's a lot that just happened on my timing and scoring screen. We're going to have to try and deal with this as best as we can. Have to try and work through so much information that just got piled in. Here we go. So the 32 making his way up off of turn number 4. He is going to get blasted by the 04 Mark Man into the barrier. Mark Man looks like he got some help with how he got turned around. So let's take a look and see what happened to the 04 Mark Man. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia right there. The 12 of Zach Fritch makes contact with the 04. And that is what sets off this chain reaction. You think my voice is a bit low? Or is race cars too loud? So let's go with some more voice. It'll be all right. We'll add some more voice to it. Thank you, Bobby, for letting me know. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado case thing. Yes, it is Monday night. Ford Mustang out there as a pace car, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the Chevy Silverado. Yeah, let's get after it. On the front row for this restart, the 06 of Cody Nagels on the inside, the 3 of Alex Green to the outside. Row number 2 going to be the 62 of Les Levy with his teammate to his outside, the 77 of David Booth. Row number 3, well, that one is going to be the 47 of Richard Kuhn in a new paint scheme, and to his outside, the 46 of David Overstreet. Look out, ladies and gentlemen, Checkered Flag Motorsports has 3 cars in the first 3 rows for this restart. They can get hooked up and work together as a team. They might be able to take over this race lead. Here we go. Nagels in the 06. Out in front, we got 1 car down to the inside. That is the 27 of Sean Stevens. He drops down to the inside lane and falls to the back. Under this caution, and despite or with all the damage that was done to the race cars, we now have 4 cars no longer on the lead lap. Sean Stevens pulls onto pit lane. So troubles for the 27. He could be our 5th car 1 lap down. But Jimmy Reynolds, BK Anderson, Jeremy Funk, and Tyler Miller all going off the lead lap. All of them 1 lap down. We are 3 wide right now. And the 12 of Zach Fritsch with a huge run in that outside lane, and he is going to drop all the way down to the inside. Oh, trouble! The 62 of Les Levy. Big contact with that outside wall. Josh Milam in the 7 involved. And the caution flag comes out for the 2nd time here in stage number 1. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. On board with the 62 of Les Levy. Touches the apron, collects the 7. Hard impact into the wall. The 7's gonna get pinballed around. Take another look at this one. Cody Omer gets brushed off there. Nate Warren able to get through that. The caution flag comes out once again. I mentioned earlier that there are several other streams that you can go and watch. There you go. Pick your favorite driver of that group and go check them out. Red is on YouTube. Purple is Twitch. Tell them that KR sent you if you do go over there. Kevin Freese, how you doing, sir? right, Kevin. Well, thank you very much for coming in and watching. Tell us who you are rooting for. But these other streamers, they would love nothing more than to have you come by and say hello to them as well. You can go over there, say hi, come back here. That's fine also. Let's take a look at our point standings coming into tonight. As a 12 of Zach Fritsch, who is not going to win on my prediction, but Alan says he is. Zach Fritsch, well above the cutoff line here after 4 races. If he could get this win here tonight, which isn't going to happen, but if he does, he will get locked in as long as he can also complete 9 starts before our 13 race regular season is done and over with. Logan Helton leading all our drivers with 2 wins. Josh Milam and Chase Berry each have 1 win apiece. Sebastian Marin leading the point standings of all drivers who have not had a win and locked themselves in. I'll tell you, Sebastian Marin could end up winning a race, could end up winning multiple races. But for right now, he doesn't have that win in, but he's got that point lead. That could play a huge factor here this season. We could end up in a situation where you have to point your way in. Sitting on top of that board with the most points of the drivers who don't have a win, well, that's going to be a big boost for you. We are getting ready to end this stage. Let's take a look at our stage winners so far this year. Hunter Reynolds with 2 stage wins. Everyone else has 1 win to their credit. Someone could get added to this list who is not on here yet, or could put another tally mark behind one of these drivers' names. I don't know what's going to happen. That's why we stick around and watch the whole thing. Our hot drivers coming into tonight. Last 3 races, those who have earned the most points, well, Logan Helton sits on top of that board. Sebastian Marin, Zach Fritsch, Chase Berry, and Gabe Butler in the 5 highest earners in points in the last 3 races. And here we go, pace car down and away. Alex Green and Zach Fritsch make up the front row for this restart. Down the backstretch we go. The 12 of Zach Fritsch has a good run with some help from the 51 of TJ Elliott. Elliott staying committed to the back bumper of that 12. Neither one seems content to drop down to the inside quickly. The 12 does go down to the inside lane, but the 51 stays to the high side. The 12 now going to try and work his way up to the high side to make that car wide as possible. And here comes the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Crosby in that green Skull Bandit. Down on the inside, hangs a left-hand turn at that corner entry. And man, let me tell you, let's go on aboard with Zach Fritsch in the 12 as he is on this high side. And that is a mountain of a corner. And when you break off into this corner, you're literally only seeing feet in front of you because of the banking, because of the speed, and the caution flag is going to come out. It looks like we have trouble for several of our drivers down the back stretch. Tyler Miller involved in the 24. Chase Berry in the 1. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, up in smoke. And that is going to be the stage as well. And the 12 of Zach Fritsch going to win the stage. Tyler Miller in the 24 getting into this party. And not what started it. Les Levy in the 62, far enough behind that he can come up and see the carnage going on. A lot of cars smoking, hitting that. Go on board with the one of Chase Berry as this has just started up ahead of him. Chase just trying to work his way through it. On board with the 88 of Gabe Butler. So on to pit road comes our field, and off of pit lane they come. Dan Harrington in the 82 did not come down pit road. Of the drivers who made a pit stop, Logan Helton wins the race off of pit lane. But our stage one winner, that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Let's pull Fritchie up from Flat Out Motorsports. Mr. Fritchie, how you doing?
Yes. Not much, enjoying my first stage win ever in OP history.
Oh.
Just trying to enjoy it, should I say.
Well,
but then they're bashing me. They're like, ha, I remember my first stage win. They're all bashing me out here.
But how many race wins do you have?
Ooh, that's a good comeback. Hey, I'll write that down so when you move me back.
There you go.
How you guys doing up there?
Well, I'm all by myself. Al is still in the dressing room. He's on strike till he gets more pay. So maybe I should try and pay him. I don't know. But Zach, let's not make this about me and who did what to who. But you win the stage here. The 12 is looking fast. Alan has told me that you are winning the race here tonight. I said, no way is Zach Fritsch doing anything like that. And here you are winning a stage. And you got me nervous. I could be wrong.
Let's hope so. Or maybe he just said he meant to say stage, you know? Who knows?
There you go. Who knows? He just said he's winning tonight.
I know. Yeah, that could be it.
Could be
stage
it.
win he meant.
Well, Zach, man, I'll tell you what. This 12 looks very fast here tonight. You've been up front. You qualified well. And you really haven't dropped back. Survived some chaos going on around you. What are you going to do here as you get ready to fire off once again for stage 2?
Oh, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, what you see. I'm going to try to stay my best at the front. Hopefully avoid some craziness that's going on, like what you said. I mean, I avoided that. I mean, there was a huge wreck on the pit road. I avoided that, and that let me get in position to where I'm at for this. So let's hope to keep up like it is.
All right, man. Well, we'll send you back down to your teammates. But before we do, shout outs, thank yous.
Yeah, thank you to all my teammates. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you for my dad. Thank you for my wife for letting me race. And thank you, KR, and thank you for OP and all its admins.
All right, that is Zach Fritsch from Flat Out Motorsports. Old Fritchie getting it done in that number 12. Find him over on twitch.tv/Fritchie. as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Side by side, here we go once again. Logan Helton in the 63 gets a good jump and heads off into turn number 1 with the race lead. Zach Fritsch in the 12 falling back. Cody Nagels in the 06 trying to get to that back bumper to push him. Here comes the 51 of Travis Elliott to the high side. Jeff Crosby makes a move to the high side. Now the outside lane has some extra momentum, and Logan Helton, who had the lead into turn 1, loses the lead down the backstretch to Jeff Crosby. The 33 making its way on that high side off of turn number 4. Logan Helton back to the point, and the 63 is going to lead a lap here. If he hadn't done so yet already, I kind of feel like maybe he had, but it is definitely in the memory banks now that the 63 has led a lap. I do want to point out that all of that going down with the caution flag and the end of the stage, we do now have 35 cars on the lead lap, only 3 cars, 1 lap down. Jimmy Reynolds, Sean Stevens, and Tyler Miller are the drivers who are not on the lead lap. Tyler Miller in the 24. Multiple laps down as the caution flag has come out once again. It looks like trouble for the 62 of Les Levy. He is very slow. It's trouble happening up ahead of him, so he's just gotten on the binders there. That's good for Les. Bring it down to a good, safe pace. I believe that to be Nate Warren. He is smoking. So let's see what happened to Nate Warren. He and his teammate Cody Nagels from Limitless get together in turns 3 and 4. Contact amongst teammates to bring out this caution. With that being said, guys, we are going to take a quick break and step away. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with our restart here in stage number 2.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back to the Turn 3 Racing Network as the green flag has come out. After another caution flag is wrapped up, pit stops have been made. 2 cars did not come down pit road. The 13 of Andy Brigante and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. They restart on the front row here, and they have the rest of the field tucked in tight right behind them. DeBorgia with a huge shove from Logan Helton in the 63. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to YouTube chat, but a very hotly debated question has been popped up. I wish Al was here because he could make a poll. He knows how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And we could decide, oh, it's Logan Helton. Takes a right front kiss from the 13. Logan Helton swallowed it all up and was able to hold on to it and keep the race lead. Well, Andy Brigante in the 13 now in the middle here. Here comes the 7 of Josh Milam. We saw Josh Milam get collected in a crash earlier, having to burn a fast repair. Keep in mind they do have 2 fast repairs available to them. So the 40 of Peter DeBorgia out in front. Stage number 2 going to end at the completion of lap 50. Peter DeBorgia last on pit road on lap 26 for that first stage. So he will have to hit pit road once again. Everyone else made a pit stop as well. Well, Peter DeBorgia and Andy Brigante did not hit pit lane at the last time we were under yellow. So those 2 will have to pit to try and get to the end of this stage. Maybe another caution will come out and they will play the long game here and try and stretch it to the end of this stage without making a pit stop. Who knows? We'll find out. Multiple cars turning their fastest lap of the race that time by, so business is picking up. The intensity is starting to build for the end of this stage, and we still have 15 laps to go here in stage number 2. Fastest lap of the race still does belong to the 13 of Andy Brigante. But Peter DeBorgia in the 40, trying to hold off the 33. Jeff Crosby Jr. Peter DeBorgia, one of the drivers. Oh, onto pit road comes some of them, Crosby, Fritch, and Elliott. So they have peeled off for pit road to make their final pit stop of this stage. I was going to point out some of the drivers from Meteor Racing. Zach Workman, who Josh Medlock is rooting for here tonight. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, who was the race leader up until that massive peel off for pit road. Eric Lurie in the 071, Dan Harrington in the 82, and Gabe Butler in the 88. That makes up Meteor Racing. Don't have any takers for pit road this time. And we have seen time and time again that the drivers who hit pit road first find a way to come out with the race lead once everything cycles through. Now you have to hold on to that race lead, and that proves to be difficult, but they do cycle into the race lead. So we'll keep an eye on Elliott, Crosby, and Fritch. Tyler Miller in the 24 joined those three cars on the pit road, but his woes continue as he goes another lap down. Travis Elliott about ready to go a lap down as well. We do have one peeling off for pit road. That is the number 1 of Chase Berry. Looking out the back of Travis Elliott, and the pack is ready to swallow them up. Randall Cobb in the 52, your race leader. When will he come down pit road? Cobb last on pit road on lap 30. But he can't quite make it to the end of the stage. But he might try and stretch it and put these guys a lap down. If that happens, it's going to spoil all the plans that they had. Chase Berry did hit pit road. And it looks like Berry, with a long pit stop here, got caught speeding. He's gone a lap down, so Chase Berry in the penalty box for 40 seconds. And when I play hockey, I get in the penalty box for like 2 minutes at a time. One time I spent like 10 minutes in the penalty box. That was not. Brings back memories. I actually, after I got out of the box and threw the game deuces and went to the locker room. Andy Brigante in the 13, battling with Logan Helton for the race lead. While they are battling for the race lead, Zach Fritch, Jeff Crosby, and Travis Elliott are battling to stay on the lead lap. They really need these guys who have not pitted, who are trying to put them a lap down, to head for pit road to give them some breathing room. But Andy Brigante, Peter DeBorgia, Hunter Reynolds, Josh Milam, and Vicente Guerrero, your top 5. But that changes very quickly, and Andy Brigante in the 13, unassisted, smokes the wall. So too does Peter DeBorgia, and now there's chaos once again on pit lane. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? You have got to pay attention when you hit pit road here on this track. And 2 drivers just got caught out with no other contact other than with their left foot. And the caution flag is going to come out. Looks like Sebastian Marin, PK Anderson, Cody Sean Stevens, all getting involved here. In a separate incident, Sebastian Marin, Stevens, Alex Green gets a piece of it. Mark Mann tries to plow his way through, but can't quite get that done. Heavy damage to the 04. John Stevens in the 27. Jeremy Funk getting a piece of it. Go on aboard with Jeremy Funk in the 97. Man, he could only sit there and watch as the floor of Rick Seabrand's got bigger and bigger and bigger. Cody Ober in the 8 gets the free pass. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 leads this field on the pit road. The 7 of Josh Milam already tucked down to his inside, trying to gain as much ground as possible. On the 26, down and away, and this stage about ready to come to an end. BK Anderson in the 32, been sitting on pit road for a while. Looks like maybe his night could be done. See if he can get back out there here, but well, Cody Ober in the 8. Hard slice up to the top of the track there. Not sure what that was, but the 8 looked like he got a little bit out of control. Well, that being said, guys, I'm going to step away real quick once again. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
go once again. Pace car down and away. Zach Fritch, our stage 1 winner, trying to make it 2 stage wins here tonight and sweep the stages. Out in front, gets a good launch on this one. Heads off into turn number 1 with the race lead. The 51 of Travis Elliott pushing on that bumper to the outside. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. And on his back bumper, the 46 of David Overstreet. Do want to point out that BK Anderson did get going after extensive repairs. He is no longer on the lead lap. He was only 1 lap down. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, also 1 lap down. Andy Brigante, Sean Stephen, all 1 lap down. Sean McCara and Tyler Miller, multiple laps down. One peeling off for pit road. That is the 27 of Sean Stevens. And ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, Al Smith getting ready to make his entry into the broadcast booth. When he does get here, I want you all to give him a nice, warm welcome. He is a very, very busy man, a race promoter, not only in remote control racing, but also in iRacing. As we go 3 wide, the 46 of Overstreet gets shuffle out, contact, big time trouble. The 14 up in the air. Dave Hunt goes up and over. Randall Cobb spinning like a top. Dustin Barber onto pit road. And holy cow, do we have a big one on the front stretch. That was huge, coming off of turn number 4, and this is going to end the stage. And as it looks, Zach Fritch is out in front. He very well could earn his first and second stage wins. As the yellow flag has come out, let's go on board with the 3 of Alex Green. As cars went flying as if they were Matchbox or Hot Wheels or whatever. Take another look. We're going to go from deep in the field here with the 88 of Gabe Butler, and you can see that track is shut down. You can see the cars being tossed around, one stuck up on the barrier, the chaos, the calamity. Somebody somewhere lost all sensibility of where they were pointed, I am sure. Take another look from high atop the spotter stand. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 getting turned, and then everyone just gets obliterated. This one is a huge, huge one. Give me just a second here. Everything is moving as they are making pit stops. And I am doing the best I can to find a name in a moving group of drivers. There we go. Multiple cars going up, multiple cars going around. Holy smokes. Daniel Holloway in the 21. He's the one that gets stuffed into the tires here to end this stage. Oh, from, I don't know, 200 miles an hour to 0. Thank goodness this is cartoon racing. Thank goodness. All right, so a big crash here at the end of the stage. And Al, I'm not sure who our stage winner was.
I am not sure either. But here's your hot dog you asked for.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you going and getting that for me.
I got lost down there.
It
It's a
happens.
big track.
It is a big track. Well, Al, welcome to the broadcast booth. Thank you very much for joining me here as we are working lap 50 of 84. So far, it has been a wild night here at iRacing Superspeedway. Zach Fritch won stage number 1. Trying to figure out who won stage number 2. Al,
It looked
glad to
like a
have
black
you, though.
car. Looked like a black car.
Did it?
It did.
Let's see if we Approaching. No one let me know who the stage winner was on top of everything that was going on.
I was watching the replays you were showing, and that was a nasty wreck. Sorry to everybody that I'm a little bit late here tonight, and a little bit of driving duties I had to take care of. That'll be taken care of for a few more weeks. So next week you're stuck with me, KR.
Ouch. Well, did you have a good week off?
I did. It was refreshing. Got a lot done. So I missed.
That's good, Al.
I missed being in the books. You know. in
Hi,
the booth.
Fritchie.
Hey,
Wait, did you win the stage?
I did.
Did you go 2 for 2 on your first? You popped your cherry and then you popped it again.
2. Oh, I can't believe it. I went 2 for 2.
All right, well, go win this race, man.
I'm gonna try.
All right, prove me wrong. I said you ain't doing it. Prove me wrong.
wow.
Hey, Al. Nice to see you. I missed you on the first one.
Well, I missed you too, Zach. Congratulations on your 2 for 2. Looks like you guys about ready to go green flag racing, though, aren't you?
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, good luck here in this final stage. Well, hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit longer.
Actually,
and about 38 more laps.
Al, how do you feel? We keep Zach Fritch up there on the broadcast booth. He has to help us call the race and win the race.
I wouldn't put that evil on anybody.
All right, that is Zach Fritchie, your stage 2 winner. Sorry, Zach, no one let us know who the stage winner was. We would have loved to talk to you some more, but Zach Fritch gets his first and second stage wins ever here at the iRacing Superspeedway. And now he is going to try and seal the deal and pick up the race win. Can he get that sweep done? Can he prove that Alan Fritch was right and that I was wrong? Or is it going to be that the broadcaster knows all and sees all?
We might see all, but we definitely don't know all. At least I don't. It looks just like that. Fritz going to go to the outside in the turns 3. Brown Sebastian Marin working the inside of the speedway. He's got help from Harrington. Elliott to the outside to help Fritz as they work down the very fast front straightaway. And just like that, already 230 plus miles an hour. Zach Fritz right back to the race lead after picking up stages 1 and 2 here tonight at the iRacing Superspeedway. He'll drop down low to take over that top spot. Here comes Sebastian there, right to the back trunk blade off of turn number 2.
Our drivers are really starting to fan out coming off the corners. Everyone digging hard right now because they know that the racing is going to get more and more intense, and they want to try and gain as many spots as they can. A little bit of housekeeping, 29 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap. That is a heavily beat up and tore up 42 of Nate Warren. He is the final car on the lead lap in 29th spot. First car 1 lap down, that is Jeff Crosby Jr. He is battling with Daniel Holloway and Peter DeBorgia with Sean Stevens, Sean McCara. They are all battling to be the first car 1 lap down. But the 33 has it for the moment. And how the tables have turned. The 33 was a front runner lap after lap. And now he finds himself in a battle to try and get back on the lead lap.
Side by side, 2 by 2, wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. There'll be 30 laps to go as they cross the stripe, and it is still Zach Fritz showing the way. So here comes the 82 of Harrington. Harrington with a full head of steam from that Monster Energy Drink 51 of Elliott. They'll drag race down here in the turns 1 and 2. And these guys really putting on a show. You're already a little bit of a separation from this top pack of 20 cars. Back there just outside, I believe that might be the number 1 of Chase Berry, just outside that group of cars, but they will catch up fairly quick as the air here at the iRacing Superspeedway gets punched pretty big, and that will suck that number 1 right up to that lead draft. He might be in the right spot though, KR. If something happens in front of him, he's got a little bit of leeway to jump on those binders, but everything happened really fast at 240 miles an hour.
240 miles an hour is fast, but no one has gone faster over an entire lap than the 40 of Peter DeBorgia as he just laid down the new fastest lap of the race at a 44.299. He is a man on a mission to try and get back on the lead lap, has turned the fastest lap of this race, trying to work to the outside of Jeremy Funk in the 97. Funk is on the lead lap. Tyler Miller multiple laps down in the 24. Josh Milam and Jimmy Reynolds both looking like they could be out of this race. They are sitting on pit road. That is 2 drivers from FSR who have been on pit road for the last 9.5 minutes.
And Josh Milam had been the favorite coming into the night show, winning, I believe, the last 2 races here at the iRacing Superspeedway. So one of the fast guys here that likes this racetrack in the pits. Tough to see that early on in this one. But they are all chasing Zach Fritz, who's the top 3 have broken away. Sebastian Marin and the 33. That is Crosby. Crosby 1 lap to the rear, so up there trying to do it the hard way, KR.
Zach Fritz in the 12 after sweeping the opening stages, trying to wrap up this race here on Monday night with a race win, has the lead here at lap 58 of 84. And Al, I don't know about you, but you have missed quite a bit. This has been a wild race. But there are some things that have been constant. Logan Helton, Zach Fritz, Sebastian Marin, Hunter Reynolds. They have been up front, even though they have all seemed to have been caught up in a wreck one time or another, except for the 12. I don't think the 12 has been molested yet here tonight.
Well, they probably like to keep it that way.
Near his pit stop.
Well, he did win his first 2 stages here, so trying to do the clean sweep. He'll keep the broom in the closet for now with plenty of laps left to go here. But Fritz all over the back bumper of the kid Helton down the back stretch. The 63 showing the way. How about Dan Harrington up on the front of this one? Has he been there all night long? Well, you'll know that, but we already got, I showed up, KR, there was only single-digit thumbs up. I get in the booth, now we're double-digit. I like it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to the Turn 3 Racing Network for what I consider the best Superspeedway racing you'll see on the iRacing platform.
I agree, and guys, keep in mind, me and Al, we don't care really that you hit the thumbs up. We want you to, because the drivers do come back, they do watch the broadcast, and they do get pumped up before they even hit the play button or the replay button when they see all those thumbs up. So don't be stingy. If you don't like it, you don't like it, that's fine.
Hey, you can press it in the price on pressing that, KR, the thumbs up for these drivers, let them know that you enjoy what they're doing for you week in, week out here on Monday nights. It's free 93.
Oh, I can't afford that.
I'll cover you this week.
Okay.
Helton's still up on the front of this window, KR, but Harrington getting a good push by the Reynolds wrap number 26. He's working the outside, and he's got Dave Hunt, so that outside line's starting to form. A couple Buck Wild Racing teammates nose to tail. The 53 of Dave Hunt and Randall Cobb up on the front of this one. Here comes Jimmy Reynolds in that number 95, the Hall of Famer. And how about the number 1 at Chase Berry? He's going to swing out high, wide, and handsome in the turn number 3.
Chase Berry in the 1 with the 2 of JD Crow to his inside. JD Crow, the veteran driver over at Limitless, surrounded by rookies in that team. He is doing a good job of teaching those guys. We talked about it a little bit earlier. JD Crow trying to show Limitless how to get around here in OP Racing. And Cody and BK and Vicente all picked up very quickly. And all really kind of outshining JD Crow and OP veterans.
The youth movement alive and well here at... Oh, trouble down at turn 1, 2. The 52 at Cobb gets turned sideways. He's in the outside wall. Somehow no one else gets collected, but a tough break for the 52 of Randall Cobb as two drivers make a hard right-hand turn of BK Anderson and Rick Seabrans coming to pit road, but Randall Cobb contacts the left rear. Now the yellow flag will fly. Not sure if there was action somewhere else on the racetrack, but yellow flag will fly here with 22 laps to go after Randall Cobb got sideways and into the outside retaining wall in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, big moment for Randall Cobb. Let's take a look at this, and I think the yellow came out because race control was expecting more issues. Dave Hunt in the 53 into the outside wall just ahead of the 52. Yeah. So Dan Harrington in the 82. And we're going to go 4 wide into turn 3. Dustin Barber makes contact with the 52 of Cobb. Cobb makes contact with the wall. Several drivers very astutely peel off for pit road. And if the caution flag came out before they were on the pit lane, they're going to come out looking like, like they know what they're doing.
I don't know how they held on to that. Usually when something like that happens here at the very fast iRacing Superspeedway, it is trouble for everybody. But I tell you, who's going to make out on this one, I think is going to be BK Anderson and Rick Seabrans. They were on pit road before the yellow flag came out. So if everybody comes down pit road, which I suspect they will to try to make it to the end here, KR, they just might be in a catbird seat and leapfrog everybody on the racetrack.
Well, here they come, our race leaders on the pit road. Logan Helton leading the field. We'll see Rick Seabrans hit pit road along with BK Anderson. Jeremy Funk, I think Funk was a bit behind, but BK Anderson and Rick Seabrans has pulled on the pit road as well. BK Anderson, so maybe it didn't work out as well as they would have liked.
They will save Fritz down in the pit stall. Marin as well. Looks like gas only. Hunter Reynolds overshooting his pit stall, so a little trouble on the 26. Logan Helton down in the way, and it looks like the race off of pit road is going to go to Helton. Workman Fritz, your top 3 off of pit road.
So the drag race off of pit road being won by Sebastian Marin in the 23. Jeremy Funk in the 97. Looks like he is going to come out with the race lead. So Al, I want to see if I can back this up and figure out when Jeremy Funk hit pit road. And I think he did it at the right time.
I'm showing lap 63, but he is slow on the apron, so maybe a pit road exit violation. His cars are passing him down the backstretch.
Yeah, it looked very close. Now, they had the right idea, but sometimes the execution of it is not as good as you would hope. And I think that is what happened in the 97. Sebastian Marin in the 23 is going to be your race leader. Cody Nagels in the 06. Cody last on pit road on lap 60. But he is looking for the wave around here. He is close enough on strategy or on that pit stop that he made on lap 60 that this wave around isn't going to hurt him too much.
Gonna be very close if we don't go into extra time here tonight. Whether they can make it, we have a few drivers on pit road doing that top off here, but Marin Workman up on the front of this one, the Helton Fritz in row number 2, Mayor Green in row 3, Hunter Reynolds and Vicente Guerrero in row number 4, and rounding out your top 10, Travis Elliott and David Overstreet. What paint schemes Overstreet got tonight, KR?
It's something on the 46. Not really sure. Can't recall the last, like, if I've ever seen it before. But anything out of Levy Designs and Checkered Flag Motorsports, you got to be on your toes. And if you're not, they're gonna find ways to sneak one around you.
It's got a skirted kilt.
Ooh. Who's wearing the skirted kilt?
It looks like you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not good. Take it off the TV. Just kidding. Oh, good looking race car for Overstreet. Out there in the 46.
Either way, we are stacked up side by side, 2 by 2 with the Ansco marching. Sebastian Barrett, right? Sebastian Barrett out in front. The Ford Mustang going to peel off for pit road because it is out of effort. And away we go once again. We're going to get the green flag with 18 laps to go. Al, take it away for the first time.
Green flag back up here tonight here at iRacing Superspeedway with 18 circuits remaining around the very fast speedway. Sebastian Barrett up to the gearbox. He's got a trunk full of the 63 of Logan Helton. Here comes Jim Mayer. The top 3 will get past Workman. Single file out. Here comes Hunter Reynolds, Travis Elliott down low as well. So Workman's car not working that good on this restart. He's lost the outside. Now trying to fall back into the clutches to the 3 of Alex Green, along with, I believe that is the number 1 automobile there. Excuse me. That's the 14 of Guerrero, working the outside of the speedway as well. I like that 32 car though, KR, on the crash dummies. I was just talking to someone about that, dating myself, that TV show and all the toys back in the day. I give them an 8. He would have got a 10, but his driver's suit is not up for crash dummy.
Well, 32 was the first one to test out the crash cams on pit entry here tonight.
Well, it's his job. He's sponsored by the crash dummies.
Yeah, well, he was the first one to test it out. Well, maybe that earns him an extra point. That's all I'm
it
trying
does.
to say.
All right, so 8. We'll make it a 9 then.
There you go.
All right. But Marin still up on the front of this one in single file fashion. Your top 12, 14 cars are single file all the way back here till you get to the 14 of Guerrero, who's trying to make the outside work. He's got BK Anderson right to the back bumper as well. Here comes Laurie in that John Deere 071, trying to work the outside of the speedway as well. One car for the racetrack. That looks like it was the number 13 automobile of Briganti, and he gets it straightened back out, but he'll lose 1 position. So that was a tight moment back there for Crosby. Hey, which, by the way, back on the lead lap.
Back on the lead lap. This 33 has been digging hard. He has gone from the front of this field to making a gamble on a pit stop, battled to keep on the lead lap, so ended up 1 lap down, and now here he is back on the lead lap and trying to work his way forward. Currently scored in 15th spot. Daniel Holloway in the 21, just ahead of him. Holloway not doing too well himself. He is not on the lead lap, scored in 31st spot. So there's been a lot of big names here tonight that have had some issues out, but some of our big names have just been solid all night long. The 23 is Sebastian Marin, even though he's been caught up in some stuff here tonight, still finds himself out in front. The same can be said for the 63, the 95, and the 26.
A lot of fast drivers here weekend. You never know who's going to win. That time a little bit of a moment for Helton. He had to chase it up the racetrack. Did not lose more than a car length. Now right back to the back bumpers. They work underneath the number 27 of Stevens down the back stretch. Still single file formation in this front pack with Guerrero, Anderson, and Holloway working the outside right now. Daniel Holloway, if the yellow flag were to fly, he would be the lucky dog recipient. He's racing that extra life number 40 of DeBorgia, who's right there behind him. So that's the battle for your free pass right there. Holloway down the inside. Here comes DeBorgia right to the inside as well. They'll slide in front of the 46 of Overstreet. Swinging to the outside. Here comes Holloway.
Do want to point out that Nate Warren, who was in this mix to be the first car one lap down, something has happened to the 42. He has pulled it behind the wall. So Nate Warren out of this battle. Holloway leading everyone to be the first car one lap down. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 tucks in behind the 32 of BK Anderson. Everyone has gotten single file out last on pit road for most of our drivers. Lap 64, lap 65. 84 lap race, our scheduled distance, so we were just on the outside of our fuel window to make it to the end of this one, let alone preparing for a green, white checkered tint.
All right, put your crew chief hat on for a minute there. You split the remaining laps. We went back green flag racing with 18 laps to go. Do you split this segment, or do you go as long as you can and see if the yellow flag were to fly to see if you can stretch it?
Man, I'm going to tell you, I want to bring my driver in this time. I want them to pit this time, and I want my team to pit with me, and I want to have as many cars as I can pit with me. And here comes David Overstreet, David Booth, David Hunt, all on the pit road.
Oh, Booth hard. The three drivers listening to your pit call, crew chief.
Yeah, what I was getting at is I want to hit pit road with a large group of drivers right now, because we would get enough fuel to make it to the end. We don't have to splash. We have a decent amount of time on pit road to fill our tanks, but the longer that these guys are out here, the longer they have to spend on pit road. So I felt like this lap, or maybe the previous lap, was the perfect time to pit. But man, these guys are the ones putting on the show. I'm just the fluffy guy in the booth.
Fritz got hit rear-ended by the 32 of BK Anderson. They were all but cattywampus getting onto the racetrack, and that rear bumper cap of Fritz all wrinkled in. We'll have to see if he's got a backup car available left in the stable here. As they got 10 more circuits to go. Your race leader is the 23 of Sebastian Marin as the field snakes by the 46 of Overstreet, who lost the draft with the three drivers, Booth and Hunt, when they came down pit road together. This time off turn number 4, the race leaders stay out, but we got a few more takers coming down pit road, being led by the 8 of Cody Ober.
Man, I'll tell you what, Al, one thing I am noticing, it is literally a trickle of drivers hitting pit road here in these last few laps. No one has really committed to pit lane in a big group. We do have some speeding penalties, it looks like, to hand out. Travis Elliott got caught speeding. So too did Jeff Crosby, Dave Hunt, David Booth. They all got caught speeding. So, man, what a bad time to be caught speeding on the pit road.
Not good, yeah, not good. This time by, no one's going to peel off the racetrack. As I say, that Jeremy Funk in the 97 coming down with the 24 of Tyler Miller. So we'll have to see what happens there. But your race leaders, they're going to work around the outside of the 53 of Hunt as they work off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. At some point, it's going to get dicey with your race leaders trying to get the pit road and the drivers that they're going to be swallowing up here. As Holloway took a look to the inside, had him checked up for the, no, I believe that was the Chase Berry number 1. Keeps it back in line, so getting real dicey up at the front of this one. We'll see this time if they come off turn number 2 or 4. Still, your top 5 drivers staying out on the racetrack.
Sebastian Merritt last on pit road on lap 64. He is picking them up and laying them down now with 7 laps to go. He has this thing spread out in a way that could benefit him. And what I mean by that is everyone is single file right now. He doesn't have to battle with anybody to his outside currently. These guys on the inside line, well, as long as they're single file, they might be able to stretch their fuel. Last time around, Sebastian Merritt turned a 44.97. His best lap was a 44.85. He is still getting after it on the time. This time, he turned a 45.02.
Big trouble getting on the pit road, KR. Lori involved. But not that far, as you were alluding to, not that far from their fast laps right now. So maybe they can control this race is I believe what you were getting at.
Yeah, I think maybe he's trying to control this race in a way that's benefiting him. In that they still have some good speed, even if they do have to make a pit stop. These guys are flat out flying. And here they come on the pit road.
Being led by a racer, Jim Mayer, with a charge to pit road. We'll see if the cops are out for him or not. That was a very aggressive pit entrance. That's going to give your race lead. I think when it cycles through, depending on how they come off pit road, Dustin Barber now out to the point. He was in on lap 65. And he is racing with a group of cars that are a lap down trying to get back on the lap, and he's using their draft. I like the play.
Yeah, with 5 laps to go, man, he has got that fuel tank running very close to not making it to the end. But he's going to be off the pit road this time, so never mind. Jim Mayer in the 95 scored as the driver out in front of everyone who has made a pit stop. But you can see he is working to gain speed. He is currently in 2nd place as Dustin Barber has hit pit road, the 95 of Jim Mayer trying to gain speed. Works his way around the 13 of Andy Brigante. That is the 63 of Logan Helton, just behind the 13 of Brigante. Mayer maybe just had a bit too much of a fast pit stop, but it doesn't matter because, as you said, yellow flag is out, and that is going to give the race lead to the 6 of Dustin Barber.
I believe Sean Stevens was involved in whatever happened down there. Sean Stevens, Mark Mann involved down in turn 3 and 4 to put us underneath the yellow flag here tonight with just 4 laps remaining.
Mark Mann, hard impact. Alex Green in the 3 going for a ride as well. Taking a look at this, the 04 and the 53, DK Anderson down on the bottom there. David Booth in the 77, they all make contact. Take another look here on board the 3 of Alex Green. Got tossed around.
Hard impact. You might be able to go to Advanced Auto Parts and get that fixed up though.
Maybe. All right, so here we go. This is why it is called Shady Track 250-ish. I had a feeling we were going to go into some
Extra innings?
Extra innings, extra laps. So Dustin Barber looked like he hit pit road all by himself. When he did that, he was in a serious position to lose tons of track position. Strategy fell right into Dustin Barber's lap. And you know why this makes me happy?
Why?
Because the 12 of Zach Fridge did not get this. I am bringing it to you, Alan. I am bringing it to you, Alan.
Wow.
Zach Fritsch is not going to win this race.
Wow.
Oh, you missed. I was violent in the first half.
I am sorry that I was not here to control you.
That's what I said. I said, blame Al. He's not here. All right, so Dustin Barber coming out with the perfect time to hit pit road. That caution flag came out before anyone had made their way around him. And so he is your race leader and way down the running order, still inside the top 10, but not important. That is the 12 of Zach Fridge. James Mayer in second. Third, Logan Helton. Randall Cobb in the 52s had his share of ups and downs. Finds himself in fourth place. And rounding out your top 5, that is the 23 of Sebastian Mayer. So, lights are still on that Ford butt stain. And
I mean, I would be more amped to pull for Zach if he was in a blue oval, but I want to see him prove you wrong.
Why does everyone hate me? I am just the nicest guy. I never say anything bad about anybody.
Until tonight.
I've never said anything bad about anybody I've shaken hands with.
That means you talk bad about me.
Why did the 6?
What happened?
The 6 of Dustin Barber just passed the pace car as if he sees the free pass.
Is there a scoring glitch?
Nope. Now he is on the brakes. So
Hard.
maybe he didn't realize he was the race leader.
There's a possibility.
That is a possibility. Maybe he just thought he was going to be the wave around car. All right. Well, either way, he has slowed back down. That's all right, Dustin.
He just wanted more TV time. That's all.
Well, that's one way to do it. Do something against convention.
I mean, he is driving the 6, and we all know what happened at Bristol with the number 6 car that one time.
I was just going to say he's in a Ford. He can't be too bright.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm choosing violence.
Violent
Chosen
here
violence.
tonight. Violent. It is unsafe.
Oh, no!
no!
Stab the throttle, and everything has gone wrong for the 6 of Dustin Barber.
Oh.
Let's see if he is going to get his spot back or not.
It looks like it's going to be hard to gas it up on the banking lane. This track is very banked.
Oh boy.
What's happened?
Yeah. A lot of things.
A lot of things are happening. The lights are out on the Ford Mustang pace car. Dustin Barber back to the point. Juddy Mayer will restart second. I believe Andy Berganti in that 13 car should drop to the rear. I'm not sure what's going on.
Don't worry, I'm not really sure either. All right, so here we go. We should be getting the checkered flag next time across the line. But this is our first attempt at a green-white checkered finish. We will use 2 attempts if we have to. Everyone single file right now. I'm not sure what's up with that as the lights are out on the pace car.
Not sure.
A lot of things going on right now that
don't make sense.
We can't explain. That's okay, Al.
That's all right. Well, now it looks like they're gonna go double file.
Okay. Well,
maybe. Nope.
maybe.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Hey, one thing I do know. We started 38 cars here tonight for race number 5. 2 cars are still sitting on pit road with the hood up, but they are effectively out of the race. They've been sitting on pit road for almost 40 minutes. That is Jimmy Reynolds and Josh Milam. Nate Warren, I mentioned him going behind the wall. Not sure what happened to him. He scored in 36th spot. 35th spot goes to Sean Stevens. And David Booth in the 77 has been on pit road for the last 6.5 minutes. But the pace car is down and away, and we do have a single file restart. And here we go.
The tires.
Don't spin the tires. Single file restart. Not sure what the call was to make this a single file restart, but here we go. We are underway. Can't change your lane until you pass the start finish line, and as soon as they did, man, did they fan out.
And out there, here comes Hunter Reynolds to the outside. Now tucks it back in line there in that 6th position. Single file, they work down the backstretch. Now Mayer's gonna poke the outside, and Dustin Barber stuck out there like a fish out of water. Here comes Sebastian Mayer. They're gonna go 3 wide down the backstretch, but how about Workman? Where did Crosby come from? Jeff Crosby pushing the 19 to the front here. They go in the corner.
Oh, contact! Trouble. Jeff Crosby, the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Oh no, and they are gonna collect the 44 of Anthony English, and Fritchie doing a tumble as if he is a gymnast in the middle of a floor routine, and takes the tow back to pit road. And the 95 is your race leader, and we're gonna stack them up once again. And Alan, I'm just saying, I'm glad there's not a camera. I am doing an inappropriate gesture.
Wow.
Eat it. All right, let's take a look at what went down right here to knock out our stage 1 and 2 winner. And if we're going to be honest, I am a little bit upset because I did want to see this 12 do the sweep, but man, did he get rocked. Zach Fritsch in the 12 just gets his
bell rung.
Bell rung, yes. I was going to say inappropriate things. Violence is what I am after today. Not sure why. On board, off the nose, you can see.
Did you eat something spicy tonight or something?
Actually, yeah, I did.
No, that's what it's gotta be. Tough wreck there, though. Hate to see that for some of those drivers. Sebastian Marin thought about coming down pit road. Thought better of it. Jeff Crosby's coming down. He's got some right front fender damage on that 33. And he was a driver that made contact, I think, to start that all off. He got squeezed there 4 wide in the turn number 3, KR, and that set off another big one here. So the Skull Bandit making his way down into pit road. See if they can get that car fixed up here or not. And he'll jump in a backup car, which was ready for him. He's ready to see another day.
Man, Al, this race has really become kind of about attrition as the 33 is down and away.
Yes, sir.
So now Andy Brigante in the 13 has gone behind the wall. Looks like his night is done. Sean Stevens, Nate Warren out of this race as well. David Booth in the 77. His scorecard not pulled officially, but practically he is out of the race. He's been on pit road for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, Zach Fritsch is back moving, but he is down 1 lap to your race leaders. For the best he can finish here tonight. Looks like it'll be a 22nd if he can pass 6 cars in front of him. So a tough night. Our friends are back.
That's how you know you made the big times when the bots start being.
Yeah, we apologize for that. I don't know why we apologize.
YouTube will kick you off if you don't accept their standards, but don't allow something like this.
Right?
Oh boy.
Horse pucky.
Sure.
Hey, the lights are out.
On the Ford Mustang?
Yeah.
On the pace car, the lights have gone out?
Yeah.
You know why?
Because you wired it?
Absolutely. Sabotaging.
And this is attempt number 2, so this is it.
This is our final attempt?
This is it. This is, now, you might be thinking out there, oh, if this is it, they're going to ramrod each other. No, that is not how it happens. This league holds their drivers to the highest of standards, and we saw last year where races were pulled by last lap shenanigans. So they want to keep it clean, they want to keep it green. That's what we're looking for here as they work halfway down the back stretch. Who's your money on, KR?
Ooh. Man, Logan Helton has been white hot this season. Picked up the win last week. That is his second one so far this season.
Our first repeat winner.
He is our first repeat winner, and here he is on the front row for the final green-white checkered attempt. Boy, I'll tell you, that 63 going to be one to reckon with, but look out. Zach Workman, Sebastian Merritt, Randall Cobb, they're all right there. And if anything goes wrong, I have a feeling that the 6 of Dustin Barber in the right place at the right time, he will be able to pounce and win this one. So there you go. Those are my predictions.
Good there. The pace car down and away. Looking to get our final restart of the evening. Green flag is up. We're back underway. 2 by 2. They drag race down to the turn number 1.
Several beat up race cars just trying to limp it to the end. They drop down to the inside below the yellow line on that front stretch. And here they come, Jane Mayer and Zach Workman battling for the race lead. Workman in the 19 down to the inside. Sebastian Marin in the 23 pushing on the 93 or 95. The 63 pushing on the 19. Now I still have my shoes on. There's too many numbers.
Too many numbers as they have not too many laps left to go. Mayer worked the outside lane, now cut down to the inside to drop the advances of Workman in that Instacart. Now Workman swings to the outside, nearly contact, really wide for your race lead to the turn number 1. It is Mayer down low, Workman to the middle. No help for Sebastian Marin on the outside of that Ford Mustang, and he's going to drop.
The 46 going to collect the 82 behind them. The 82 holds on to it, but the 46 of David Overstreet out of the battle for the finish of this race. Down the back stretch, here comes our race leader, the 95 of Jim Mayer. The 52 of Randall Cobb loses draft, makes contact. 21 of Daniel Holloway into the wall. Here they come, single file, the 95 of Jim Mayer off at turn number 4. They're going to fan out to try and make a pass. Mayer stays to the high side. It's a drag race to the line, and Logan Helton picks up the win to make it 2 in a row.
What a finish.
How about that drag race off of turn number 4? And Logan Helton is able to make it 2 in a row. On board with the 63 as he surges ahead at the line. Jim Mayer finishing in second. Rick Seabrands in third. So that is a that is an Alliance Motorsports at the checkered flag, finishing at 1, 2, and 3. Dustin Barber brings it home in fourth. Fifth place going to go to Zach Workman. And Al, let's go ahead and go through the rest of our results.
Yeah, finishing in the 6th position here tonight, it's going to be Cody Nagels in that 0-6. Then it's Sebastian Marin finishing 7th. Chase Berry, Dan Harrington, and Hunter Reynolds rounding out your top 10.
Les Levy in the 62 is 11th. 12th place goes to Gabe Butler. JD Crow 13th. 14th, Cody Ober. And 15th spot goes to the 47 of Richard Kuhn.
Randall Cobb will bring the Buckwild Racing 52 home 16th. Peter DeBorgia 17th. Alex Green, Jeremy Funk, and Mark Mann rounding out your top 20.
In 21st spot, that is going to go to BK Anderson. Zach Fritsch 22nd. Daniel Holloway 23rd. 24th, Jeff Crosby. And 25th goes to Eric Laurie.
26th 25th was Crosby, right? Yeah. So Laurie was 26th. 27th, Travis Elliott, Dave Hunt, Anthony English, Tyler Miller for Flat Out Motorsports in the 24 car will come home 30th. KR and 30th.
Vicente Guerrero, Sean McCara, Andy Brigante, David Booth, Sean Stevens, Nate Warren, Jimmy Reynolds, and Josh Milam round out our field here tonight. But let's get right into our post-race show now and get to our drivers. They have had a moment to settle things out. Let's see how Logan Helton, our race winner, is doing with Victory Lane. Logan, congratulations on the race win. That makes it 2 for 2, and that is 3 out of 5 for you this season.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. I decided to, well, I saw that I can't tell who it was. There was a guy going high out of turn 4, and I was gonna try and block it, and try and block it for Jim there. But then he came up and blocked me, and then my brain went race mode and whipped it to the bottom to try and pass him, and then I forgot that I already have a win. So like I feel a little bad. I mean, I'm obviously happy that I won, but whenever Jim came up like that, I forgot that we were supposed to be locking in more Alliance drivers. So he got a lot of points tonight, so he's not like out, but we do need to. I need to stop trying to win these, and I gotta start helping my team a little bit better. But we did really good tonight with a 1, 2, 3. So really happy with that.
Well, beautiful run from Alliance Motorsports to pick up that 1, 2, and 3. And man, tell us, you come off of turn number 4 and you make a solid, decisive move. Rick Seabrands looks like maybe at the last moment he gave you a solid shove to seal the deal for you.
Yeah, he did. I was expecting him to make a move to the bottom, and I was probably shouldn't have, but I was getting ready to block it, and I just forgot that I had teammates around me. Like I'm not a good teammate at this track specifically. The runs are just so massive, and it's hard to just make the split-second decisions to help or hurt. Not hurt, but just to help or not help your team. But yeah, I started running. The reason I didn't do a burnout because I ran out of fuel actually right as we crossed the line. I like sputtered right before we got there, and I'm actually surprised I still won it after that. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
All right, well, man, nice job here tonight. Give us any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give.
I'd like to thank you guys at Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting these. I'd like to thank everyone at OP and all the admins and stuff that make this happen. Thank my team at Alliance Motorsports, and thanks to Jim and Rick and Mark and Daniel for working with us all night long. And thanks to Nexus Esports and Justin Rowden for making this really good paint scheme.
All right, so there you have it, your race winner. That is Logan Helton from Alliance Motorsports. This man has been on a tear here lately. Picks up his 3rd win of the season, going 2 in a row. Al, I don't know, but I think this driver is finally saying he is in championship form, and you are all going to have to try and deal with him.
Yeah, definitely had a fast car. One of the fastest drivers there. Obviously put himself in the right position. But 1, 2, 3 for Alliance Motorsports here tonight is we are down here now on pit road with the Hall of Famer himself, Jim Mayer. And Jim, we were just talking with Logan, and he feels terrible trying to lock yourselves in, but just had such a run. He said, and it was either going to wreck you or hang a left there, and that's what he did. And he's still a good finish, 1, 2, 3 for the team. But I know that win was something that you were looking forward here tonight.
Yeah, of course you always want to get the win, but it's a race. Nobody wants to finish second. I don't blame him. It's fun to race a teammate, and to finish clean, that's always a bonus too. So I don't blame him one bit. I'm happy he got the win there, and he's on a roll, so he deserved it. We'll hopefully get one next week.
And not only is he on a roll, the whole Alliance Motorsports team seems to be on a roll. What's really clicking and gelling so far early on in this season number 9 here for the OP Premier Series?
Just our communication. We're working well together, keeping clean cars for the most part, and being there at the end. And once we get hooked up, we're a tough team to beat, as many teams are. So communication's key so far.
Well, a good race there tonight, and battling the attrition out there. The racing seemed very intense. It always is when we're here at the iRacing Superspeedway with 240-mile-an-hour speeds at the end of the straightaways. Just how intense is it getting down into that corner? You're 2x2, sometimes 3 wide, or even more than that. These cars look like they're a handful around this speedway.
Yeah, the setup's pretty stable, but you definitely got to be you got to be focused for core entry. Obviously, if you miss it, it's going to cause obviously you see what happens when you miss. Guys miss a corner, it doesn't end well. So the car's pretty stable for the most part, but it's you gotta hit the corner. If you miss the corner a little bit, it's over. You're losing your whole run if you don't take out the whole field.
So we're going to head out of here next week. We head to Talladega, and it's hard to believe we'll be in the month of September. Talladega, how's that track for you? Looking for you and your race team. Can you get the W one spot better next week there?
Well, I certainly hope so. Hopefully, hopefully some of these temperatures that are up in the 100 degrees here, I saw today, track temps. So hopefully a little bit cooler, and hopefully, like you said, keep a clean car next week and be there at the end.
Well, before we let you roll on out of here and into the room of doom, we'll let you thank those that make it all possible. I know you got a bunch of people behind the scenes.
Yeah, of course. The guys at Alliance Motorsports. Like I said, we're working well together. Logan, pushed me there for a while, and congrats to him on the win. So all those guys keeping it fun. Tough breaks for Mark and Daniel tonight, but they'll bounce back. All the guys behind the scenes, OP putting the events on here, and then. Of course, you guys up in the booth putting on the show.
Well, we thank you for the kind words, and we hope to see you next week. And we even better not talk to you once again. Congratulations on your runner-up finish here tonight, Jim. You have a good week, and keep it wheels down.
Thanks. You too.
That's Jim Mayer, KR, finishing in that number 2 position here tonight. 1 spot shy by, I would call it, a tire width across the line there. And I believe you've caught up with the coolest driver of the Alliance Motorsports. He drives that number 4 Yeti car.
I would love nothing more than to talk to the driver of the 4 Rick C. Brands.
What'd you do to him?
I maybe tried to touch his butt while I gave him a hug.
I thought maybe you stole his Yeti.
No. He ran away.
I don't blame him.
I just wanted a hug.
He heard that you were being mean tonight, and he wanted no part of it.
I wasn't being mean to him. I just wanted assault him in inappropriate ways. But Rick Seabrands has bailed out, so unfortunately we can't talk to our third place finisher. But man, I'll tell you what, Rick Seabrands would love nothing more than to thank his teammates for a solid run here. He gained 25 spots to make it happen here tonight to finish on the podium. So guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you very much to Al Smith, who showed up fashionably late. So Al, because you're late, you can sign us out.
All right, for everybody behind the scenes here, KR, my name is Al Smith. We thank you for watching the Turn 3 Racing Network here. That brought you the OP Premier Racing Series. Join KR Wednesday night, as he'll bring you the OP Racing Series on Wednesday night. We'll see you next Monday night. Until then, we'll see you in Turn 3.